Good morning, I'm Dr. Matt.
And I'm Dr. Amy.
And we are the Good Life Doctors. And so today, what are we going to talk about?
We are going to talk about three strategies. Three strategies that you can implement in your life that can change the overall quality of your life immensely.
Yeah, so we're calling it 3 life swaps, right? 3 things that you might be doing that you need to switch for something else to be able to make a huge, profound impact in your overall health.
3 life swaps, not wife swaps.
Not wife swaps.
Not wife swaps. Life swaps.
Not wife swaps. We're not into wife swaps. Not a good thing, but life swaps are good. That's good. So what we want to talk about today is 3 things that most people are doing that they should switch out for. So number 1 that we see happening all the time, greater and greater, research is showing us it's growing exponentially to the point where people are doing this 13 hours a day on average is sitting. So you have to get out of sitting. We're at a point where we've got things like what would be considered to be technology dementia that are happening because people are so stooped forward all day long. In this study done by Dr. James Levine that outlines the effects of sitting, it talks about how sitting creates problems with everything from heart disease, your pancreas, colon cancer, causes all the muscles through your core to get mushy, even causes foggy brain and neurodegenerative diseases. So we got to swap this sitting, and you're going to swap that with something called getting your spine moving. So it's not just about literally swapping from a sit to a stand. You literally have to get mobile.
Right.
So implementing that. That's why exercises that involve the whole body are the most beneficial, right?
Yes, and it does not have to be an extreme exercise. It can be going for a walk. It can be doing some gentle like stretching. That's huge, especially if you're in some core work, which is awesome. It does not have to be powering it out with weights. It just needs to get your spine moving.
Yeah, so that's the key. Number 2 swap that we want to make is ditching certain foods for other ones. So the biggest thing we want to do is get rid of foods that are what are called insulin unfriendly foods. So people know all about sugar, but basically the more refined a food is, the more it's out of its whole component, the less insulin friendly it is, right?
Gets the thumbs down.
Yeah, so even things like certain powdered supplements that people think are healthy aren't insulin friendly. You know, some research that was recently revealed to us even is the detrimental effects of certain things like certain whey protein and the way that that'll even impact your insulin levels. So you want to ditch the insulin unfriendly stuff and replace it with what, hon?
Good fats.
Yeah.
Good fats, that's what you're looking for. And I know people think of good fats and they automatically want to go to olive oil and the oils, but don't forget, the coconut oil is fantastic, olive oil, but you can actually eat foods that are fat too, which is a handful of nuts. You can have, my favorite is avocados. There's so many fun ways to make an avocado snack that's getting that really good fat in there, and you will find you have less of the ups and downs in your day and a more consistent energy through the day.
Yeah, and the thing about insulin is there's 2 different insulin reactions. There's a phase 1 and a phase 2 insulin reaction. A phase 1 insulin reaction is actually not a bad one. It's a healthier, sort of shorter-lived insulin response, and it comes from when you eat whole food. So even when you eat proteins that are whole, like a good animal protein, you're still going to get an insulin response, but it's going to be a phase 1 healthy response. Refined foods, things that are powdered down, those create these phase 2 responses, which are unhealthy insulin responses, which cause us to have all kinds of inflammatory consequences and things that go on from that. So you want to ditch the insulin unfriendly foods and replace them with the healthy fats. So even the good animal proteins.
Out with processed foods.
Yeah.
In with the fats.
You got it. Yeah. And then strategy number 3 is you have got to shut your mind off. You have got to get to the point where you flip from the detrimental stress response that life is always driving to a healing, non-threatening, non-stressful response. So how does that happen? You literally have to, hey buddy, you have to take your kids and lock them up when you make videos. But I'm just kidding. Right?
You come say hi.
You
say hi.
Hey, yeah. So what happens in our world right now is we are go 24/7. We're either at work, we're getting kids to activities, we're online, we're on non-stop feeds of email and everything else all the time. We have to be able to shut that off and flip into a healing type of non-threatening tone in our body, which is that we call that a parasympathetic response. So the greatest way to do that in your life is one of the most powerful ways. Even research would show us that one of the most powerful ways to do that is to actually get into a state of thankfulness. Yes. So you're stop running through the rat race of life and flip out into a state of thankfulness, and that automatically switches you from that stressed out tone and brings you back into that more life enhancing, less threatening tone in your body. Another great way is not overly intensive exercise. So just a nice healthful based exercise, going for a barefoot walk in your yard, walking along a beach. Those types of things are really, really great ways to break that stress response. Sure. And then sometimes even just like picking up a book, like just...
You have to find your de-stressor or your escape.
Yeah.
And everybody has their own. I like to read a fiction novel at the end of the night because nonfiction makes my brain work too much. So finding a good fiction novel that you like can kind of just take you out and just break that pattern enough that you leave everything behind for the day. Oh, thank you, Reese.
You wanted to show them something. Ain't that a boy? So anyways, share this with your friends. These are 3 life swaps, not wife swaps,
not
but
wife,
3 life swaps that'll completely change everything. It'll change your moods. It'll change your energy levels. It'll change your state of overall health and well-being. And you will definitely be able to live the best life that you possibly can as you embrace more and more of these things. So we love you guys. We'll see you soon. Have an awesome day.
Say bye. Say bye. Bye.